Most gardeners completely ignore what's happening under the surface, and that's the first reason most soils never truly thrive. You dump fertilizer, compost, and amendments on top, but if your soil life is weak, your plants will never reach their full potential. I've seen raised beds that look perfect on the surface, but when you dig down, the soil is practically dead. Worms are scarce, microbial activity is minimal, and nutrients barely move. That's a recipe for weak plants, low yields, and constant frustration. If you're serious about growing real food, you need to feed the soil first, not just the plants. And today I'm sharing a method I've tested in backyard gardens, raised beds and even hydroponic setups that literally makes worms explode in activity, revives struggling soil and turbocharges plant growth. And yes, if you want to follow along and get your soil temperature right, I'll drop a link in the description for a heavy-duty compost thermometer I use daily. It's one of those tools that transforms gardening from guesswork to science-backed results. Most people assume that adding compost on top or using store-bought microbe teas is enough. It's not. Soil life needs food that is both digestible and high in energy, not just bulk organic matter. Worms, bacteria, and fungi thrive on carbohydrates, and the right type of sugar, applied strategically, can explode their reproduction and activity. That's where this rice trick comes in. White rice, soaked and lightly fermented, creates a powerful microbe-boosting medium. I'm talking about making your soil literally come alive within days, not weeks. So, you take uncooked white rice, basmati, jasmine, or really any long grain rice works just fine, and soak it in water for about 24 hours. Then you drain it and give it a quick rinse to remove any surface starch that might, rot a bit too quickly. Next up, you lightly ferment the rice in a covered jar, adding just enough water to keep it moist, but not so much that it's swimming. Leave it at room temperature for about 48 hours. You'll start to notice bubbles forming. That's the microbial activity kicking in. And now, this rice is absolutely alive with the energy that worms and soil microbes just crave. When I first tried this in my raised beds, I sprinkled it lightly over the surface of the soil and worked it in gently with a fork. Within 48 hours, worms were coming to the surface in numbers I really hadn't seen before. They were feeding, multiplying, and breaking down the soil at an incredible rate. Microbes followed soon after, and within just a week, the soil structure was noticeably improved. The roots of leafy greens and tomatoes grew deeper, and, honestly, the plants were visibly more vigorous. In backyard gardens, you can start by lightly loosening the top 2 inches of soil, then sprinkle the fermented rice evenly, roughly half a cup per square meter, and gently incorporate it. Don't bury it deep. Soil life works best when food is accessible. Water lightly to settle it in, but avoid heavy irrigation right away, or you'll wash it away. For raised beds, I like to apply it in strips along rows where plants will go. About 1 cup per linear meter works well. Mix it into the top 3 inches and keep beds moist but not soggy. If your beds are already healthy, this will supercharge them. If your beds are tired, expect dramatic activity. Worms will surface aggressively, fungi will bloom, and the soil will regain a dark, rich texture within days. In hydroponic systems, you won't sprinkle rice directly in water, but you can create a rice-based microbial inoculant. Ferment the rice in water until it bubbles, then strain it and add the liquid to your system in small doses. Start with a teaspoon per 10 liters of nutrient solution and watch microbial activity stabilize rapidly. This is especially useful for systems that have struggled with root rot or low microbial diversity. Here's the truth: many commercial solutions are either too weak, too generic, or die before they reach your soil. Rice, properly fermented, provides immediate energy for microbes and a habitat that promotes rapid multiplication. The combination of starches, accessible sugars, and moisture mimics natural processes that happen in healthy forest floors. This is why worms, bacteria, and fungi all respond so aggressively. They're essentially getting a feast they can metabolize immediately. Scene 2, side-by-side testing. I've done side-by-side tests in my garden. One bed got standard compost tea from the store, and another got this rice treatment. Within 3 days, the rice-treated bed had double the worm activity, and soil temperature and moisture readings suggested microbial metabolism was off the charts. If you're serious about results, it's not about what looks fancy in a bottle. It's about what actually feeds your soil life effectively. Even the best methods fail if you can't track what's happening underground. That's where a heavy-duty compost thermometer comes in. I keep one in every major bed and my larger compost piles. You want to see temperatures in the microbial sweet spot? That's around 60 to 75 degrees Fahrenheit for most surface soil applications. Too low and microbial activity is slow. Too high and you risk killing beneficial bacteria. I've linked the one I personally use in the description. It's rugged, long-stemmed, and perfect for backyard and raised bed use. Tracking soil temperature has honestly made all the difference in applying amendments efficiently and knowing when to water or add more fermented rice. Adjust application based on observation. If worms are sluggish, add a little more fermented rice or water lightly. If microbial smell is strong but dry, just mist lightly. The key is balance. Feed the soil, monitor the response, and tweak. This method works fast, but it's not a set-it-and-forget-it approach. Rice decomposes quickly and can attract pests if left on the surface without incorporation. It also needs proper fermentation. Raw rice dumped directly can create anaerobic pockets that smell bad or even harm plants. Finally, don't expect instant plant growth. What you get first is explosive soil life, which sets the stage for strong, resilient crops. Patience still matters, but the results are far more dramatic than slow compost or chemical boosters. I treat this rice method kind of like a booster shot. Early spring before planting, I prepare beds with fermented rice to jumpstart worms and microbes. Mid-season, I repeat lightly to keep soil activity high, especially in raised beds that drain fast. Fall is perfect for preparing beds for winter. Wheat or barley residues mixed with rice feed microbes and prevent soil from going dormant. Even in hydroponic systems, a small dose every 2 weeks keeps roots vibrant and resistant to pathogens. If you're serious about growing food that actually thrives, start treating your soil like the living ecosystem it is. This rice trick is not a gimmick. It's a tool I've tested repeatedly across different systems, and it consistently produces stronger plants, healthier soil, and far more worms than standard approaches. Before you go, if you want to monitor soil temperature like a pro and make sure your soil amendments are hitting the sweet spot, check out the RioTemp heavy-duty compost thermometer in the description. It's a tool I personally use every day, and honestly, it's made a huge difference in my results. The link is right there for anyone who wants to get the same edge in their garden. And if you haven't already, subscribe to Farm Logic. Every week, we share tested, practical gardening techniques that actually produce results, not just theory. Share this video with your gardening friends, and let's bring soil back to life together. Because when the soil thrives, your plants, your harvest, and your table benefit in ways fertilizer alone never could.